What is up, guys? My name is Animator Chia here, and welcome back to a new video. This video is what if Deku was a ninja. This video will come from the mythical age of when ninjas are around and can use different type of techniques to use earth revelations. Welcome to the story of Izuku Midoriya. In this story, that Izuku will be born in a ninja world. Not yet, at least. Let's begin. When the former king, becomes the strongest of the universe, or of the planet they're living on, he is not really the strongest, but one born child. He was known as Izuku Midoriya. He is the name or the age of 19 in the war against the other clan, the clan of samurai. The samurai soldiers fought the ninjas for victory. The samurai came on top, killing multiple ninjas, even including the king, and even including Izuku. One female, who was named as Lu, survived, but in time she passed away and being reincarnated. Izuku Midoriya reincarnates as a young boy known as Izuku Midoriya. Known as Izuku Midoriya. Lu, her name was Lu, and she had been reincarnated as a young child named as Lu Harton. Lu Yaoyorozu. Her last name is Yaoyorozu and is simpler. She is the daughter of the Yaoyorozu clan, or compound, or whatever. Yaoyorozu's family, so she has a sister known as Momo Yaoyorozu. She was born before Yaoyorozu, as in with Izuku. She was born on the same day when Izuku was born. In the time, they will be meeting and have a happy family in the future. But this time, the future will be changed into the world of quirks, into a world of nobility. Well, while Izuku was being birthed, and some reason Izuku had brown hair. Well, you will see in the future. As a 4-year-old boy who was running around the village, running in circles with just some emotion on his face, he was smiling. His name was Izuku. He wanted his quirk. He wanted to become a hero. But he remembered back in the past, he was a ninja. He was a strong opponent and never can be faced or defeated. He mastered all elements of their ninja elements, which is earth, lightning, and even water, even fire, exactly. So Izuku knew that he wouldn't have this quirk, they always say. He met this kid named Bakugo Katsuki. In this world, Izuku is a wealthy young man, so his father is the number 24th hero. His mother is not a hero, but a medic within the medical center. Well, while Izuku went to the quirk doctor to check what quirk he has, well, a few minutes later, the quirk doctor come in. At this time, young Miss Midoriya and Mr. Midoriya, he doesn't have a quirk. Izuku knew this would happen because he knew he was a ninja back in the past. So Izuku waited and was now trying to cry, but it wouldn't happen. But Izuku's family looked surprised but smiled. "Thank you, doctor." "Izuku, you hear that?" Izuku looked at his father, saying, "Yes, I'm quirkless. I'm a weak, pathetic human," he says. "Izuku Midoriya," his mother spoke, which will be Inko Midoriya. "You're not weak, and you're not pathetic. You're our son, and we will treat you to a nice, great dinner. We will train you as well to make your body get stronger. And on the side, I will give you ice cream, but not every single day." Izuku light up hurting this ice cream thing, so he wanted it. So it tasted sweet, and he wanted that ice cream. The only thing he got excited for back in this world. He's happy that he got reincarnated, but he deactivated You're not happy that a samurai soldier killed him, so he cannot get his get back. Well, once Izuku got his ice cream, years has passed. A 15-year-old middle school Izuku is now walking past a rich building, bumping into a girl known as Lu Yairozu. "Missus, you okay?" a bodyguard said strongly, with a bulky body, now walking up to Yairozu, the Yairozu's sister. He picked her up, getting her off the ground, and now looking at the man in front of him. Izuku is a 6'1", built a bodybuilder, but not that he's a slim, but with muscle that it can bulge out of his chest. She looked up at Izuku, and getting a memory back of a young boy, or a 19-year-old boy known as Izuku, the samurai, Izuku the ninja, the strongest one and the strongest warrior within the ninja clan. "What's your name?" "I'm Izuku." Her eyes widened. She never heard that name in this world. The first time she heard it is back where she was not reincarnated into the world of the living. "Can you give us a moment, security?" she says, looking back. He says yes and walked away. Is you this Izuku?" She pointed, and Izuku nodded. "I am the reincarnation of this boy. I am the ninja and former strongest ninja in that world. And then until I died." "How did you die?" "By a samurai who was twice skilled than me, but stronger enough that I could either defeat it by myself." "He was that strong, eh?" "Yes." "Who are you exactly?" Izuku says. "I'm Lu, the first one, or the fourth one, who mastered all of the earth, lightning, fire, and wind, and water techniques." "That's insane. Well then, I hope I see you in the Hero Corps." Izuku vanished with just one single move. He put his hands in front of his face, now disappearing underneath the ground. She smiles. "I want to see your hero costume. I want to know, should you be mine and mine alone, Izuku Midoriya. You're a cute one, and a strong opponent that I never face in another reincarnation," she muttered, now walking away from where Izuku disappeared. Izuku appeared right back where he was at, walking back to his house. He opens the door and looks at his mother's belly. He was confused. "Mother, what's going on with your stomach?" Izuku says. But knowing the obvious, "I'm pregnant, Izuku. And the baby is a girl. Your little sister." Izuku was much happier than now. He's now having a sibling. Back in his time, he didn't have not one single sibling. It was only him and his mother and father, but they died as old age. They didn't do anything, so Izuku had to work for himself. In this world, Izuku has blonde hair and not green. Izuku's hero thing will be a blacked out ninja clothing with a ninja katana. A katana and shurikens and some knives as well. So in this world, that when Izuku becomes stronger enough, I have a question for you guys. At the end of it, I want to know, would you think Izuku becomes stronger or weaker in this timeline? I won't say until I get a honest thing within the comments. Let's get back into the story. Age 16 of Izuku Midoriya. Now finally out of middle school. Now making his way up to high school. So Izuku applied for UA. and went in to get his guinea. To try to get in an exam. Izuku walked up to the gate but saw the same lady he met before, Lu. He looked at her, but her outfit was different. Her outfit with a black skirt, black long sleeves on her thighs, and black ninja boots, as well as some black gloves over a red flaming cloak covering her hair and mask on her face. And she has a sword and a katana with her. She smiled at Izuku. "Hello, Izuku-sama," or should I say Izuku-senpai. "Why?" Izuku says. "Well, someday in the future you will be mine," she said. Without even breaking a sweat, Izuku didn't even blush, not once. "Why is that? And how do you know I will be yours and yours only?" "Well, I will say this. These pathetic girls' hair is not strong enough to defeat you, Sama-kun. But if you gain my trust, someday in the future I will marry you, and I will not stop to do so." Izuku smirks at this and vanishes underneath the ground, disappearing from her view, appearing right behind her, grabbing her by the waist and smirking. "Would you now? Can you even stop a master over earth and lightning user?" "I'm not sure, because I am the master of everything, even lightning, fire, wind, water, and earth." "But do you not know how strong am I with every element combined?" Izuku says. "No," she says. "Well then, I will show you. How strong can I be to become your future husband?" he says, vanishing and walking towards the entrance exam's doors. He found the door that he solves the written exam starts. Izuku looked at the written exam test and noticed everything was easy. All he did is just look at it once and then answer the question. This is why Izuku was a prodigy in his own world. Back with Lu. Lu was looking at the answers, but didn't answer not a single thing. She looked back up at the person that was watching over them, making sure they didn't cheat. She looked back down and smirked, instantly answering the question, and then done and raising her hand. Finish. Back with where Izuku was at. He did the same thing and stand up, walking away and taking a seat where he supposed to be seated. She did the same, and they waited and waited until all the people is done. They did so, then they went outside to the practical exam. The practical exam will be examined by President Mike. Hello, heroes and listeners. This will be a villain versus hero tactic. Well, at this time, we have fake villains up in there. We have the 1-pointer, the 0-pointer, the 3-pointer. The 1-pointer, the 2-pointer, and the 3-pointer. Before he gets to the 0-pointer, the boy known as Izuku started to mutter to himself. He was saying what kind of techniques I should use on these robots. Well, they're robots, so they have to have metal. They have to have metal within them and electricity. Well, I can use that. I can use earth and lightning, or water and earth, or water and lightning. I'm not a good fan of my water techniques, but I can combine them. Most definitely. Izuku was muttering and now looking, trying to make a plan for each robot and how big they will be. Before he gets the chance to answer his own question with a question, well, Ida pops in. Hey, you there, stop muttering. If you're not going to take this seriously, be quiet. Izuku got lost of his train of thought and looked up. He didn't say a word, but looked at Ida. Then he starts to speak. Before Izuku said any word, a girl known as Lu walked up to her future husband. Don't talk bad about my kun, or I will. Izuku raised his hand. You cannot threaten people in this world. If you threaten that one, I feel something deadly, or someone will arrest us for threatening someone. But that one, I don't know. You can call me what you want, but please, do not threaten these pathetic people. They're not strong enough to even fathom what we did in our past life. We defeated creatures after creatures. We defeated samurai after samurai. We're the strongest of them all in this world that's called Japan. So please, shush, he says, now looking at Lu with an eye, telling her to be quiet and listen. She loved this man. She loved a man that has this strength into it. So she bowed. I'm sorry, kun, she says, now vanishing in Izuku's shadow. Her technique to vanish is called shadow. She can disappear in a shadow and reappear in a shadow. Her name was the disappearing shadow, the ninja of the shadow. While Izuku was the ninja of the earth, he's the one and only earth user, but stronger with an earth and lightning user. He's a strong maid. He was a strong ninja in his time, as being a ninja in his prime. Alright, begin, listeners! Before President Mike could even say the 0-pointer, he had to begin the test, or that they will all have to redo it the next month. And he didn't want that to happen. So he rushed Izuku, and Lu rushed in and defeating robots after robots. Izuku hears another robot's coming, trying to stomp on a little girl. A girl that was just unknown in the UA. The My Hero Academia. She was an unknown character in this moment. So he saved her, just using water and lightning. Lightning and water combined, shocking the robot's core and killing it instantly. One after a robot after another, Izuku's killing and destroying robots after robots, until a robot appears, which is two robots. 2 0-pointers is now underneath a female girl. Her name was Ochako Uraraka. Izuku looked at this and think of why these people are running away from these two robots. He noticed that the girl will be stumped on, so Izuku burst in speed, disappearing under the rebel, grabbing the girl and leaving out. He looked at Lu on top of the building. You're just gonna sit there or not help? Fine. Whatever you say, kun. She got in the shadow and then disappeared in the shadow. She appeared right behind Izuku. Alright, kun. What should we do now? Izuku made a large plan up. She smirked. So you just want to go for power then, she says. Izuku smirks. Yes. Let's show them what ninjas actually got. They opened their eyes at the same moment. Their eyes glared more lighter blue. A light blue color came from their eyes. And they're rushing towards the 2 0-pointers. But back in the room where people are staring at the heroes, or known to be future heroes, now looking at these two ninjas. They didn't know who they were, but the Principal Nezu now looks at these two. These two are fascinating. They look like ninjas. Back in the past, ninjas does exist. They fought wars against shinobis and wars against samurais. as well as mastering over all nature, even white, wind, light, and every nature that you can know of within this world. I am confused. How do they have this ability? Is that a quirk or ability they can actually master? I want to speak to them both. Give me them. I want to speak to them in private. Thank you. After they back with Izuku and Lu, they start to beat the living shit out of both robots. Their eyes starting to glow even red. Glowing red. Well, glowing red eyes mean the flame. So their whole body burst in flames, now rushing towards the robot again, and they slid through the robot's chest, killing and destroying the core. Both of them did it at the same time and smiled. But with not even thinking, they rushed towards each other, hugging each other, and with a small little on the lips. A kiss on the lips. We did it, he says. But Izuku just realized what he just done. I am sorry, he says. Didn't mean to. It's okay, Kun. You're mine now, she says. I'm not yours. You can't say that. Hello? Lu and Izuku, can I have you down here, please? A hero says, coming towards them both. This hero was known as Deathworms. Our principal wants to speak with you two. He wants to learn more about your quirks. You definitely pass in my book, Deathworm says, now taking him to the principal office. 10 minutes later, they reach the principal office, and Izuku and Lu opens the door. They walked in, sat down, and looked at the principal. Hello there. My name is Principal Nezu. I'm here to thank you for joining in the UA High School. But at the time, you both have finally passed this entrance exams. But I had just one simple question. And what is that? What abilities did you actually use? In this world, quirks can be manifested through their own souls or anything like that. But y'all use multiple. I never heard of someone using multiple quirks in just one day. Like, I seen this one here, right? Izuku, that's your name? Yes, sir. Use lightning and earth. I don't know if that's even possible. And you, using water and all the other elements in this world that I can even know of. How? That's because Izuku looked at her, and she looked back at Izuku. Should we tell him? They said with their eyes, and Izuku nodded yes. Izuku got up from his seat, so as Lu, and they both looked at the Nezu, Principal Nezu. Please, Principal Nezu, may you please keep this as a secret. This should not be shared other the heroes nor our family. I don't want them to be scared of who we truly are. And who are you? We are ninjas from a timeline that where shinobis and even other ninjas fought for freedom and fought for kingdoms. That's how we learn all these techniques in the world. So you're telling me reincarnation does exist? Yes. At the time, I was the age of 19, or known as Kendo Izuku, or Izuku Kendo, from a strong major division. I was a strong ninja in this world. I learned and mastered all natures, like wind, fire, water, and earth. All those natures I mastered. I don't need energy nor anything to master them. But I'm very strong in comparisons. She right here, Lu, reincarnated as well, and Izuku explained everything. At this time, then, this is how I end part 1 of What If Deku Was a Ninja. Hope you like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below if you're new. Please let me know in the story what will happen if Izuku and Lu get more stronger. Would they get stronger or would they be weaker because they have the abilities of all the natures? Have a great rest of your night. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you're new, and enjoy. Peace. Love you guys.